Guys, on today's episode of The Exchange, we are talking about this stuff right here, the shiny stuff. What is better to stack? Coming right up. So, Andrew, this was a video suggestion from Shay. They wanted to...
buying scrap gold.
Yeah, they wanted to know, like, what's the...
Yeah, you know...
Actually, it was gold and silver jewelry in the stack. What's the best to own? Go for it.
We had that conversation a couple podcasts back, and a lot of people reached out. A lot of people interested in buying that stuff, and as I explained to you, it's no different. It's gold. You know what I mean? Buying this, if you know the purity and what its actual value is, no different than buying this.
No different than buying the watch. I mean? No different than buying, yeah.
So
there is a difference.
Well, you get to wear it.
Exactly.
It's cooler.
That's the difference. And Andrew said, by the end of, I don't know, a few months or whatever, he's like, at some point we are going to get me to be wearing something like this. There's no way in hell that I'll...
What about something small like this, man?
Nope.
Look how tiny this thing is. Look at that.
Nope. No. Wow, I don't know why. And I love gold, but I would not wear something like that ever. I do not wear a chain. I would never.
I buy this and invest in this. You buy that, right? That goes in your stack, and maybe you sell it one day. I'll wear this every day until you sell that thing, and you get
some enjoyment
tons
out
of
of it.
Compliments out of it. Maybe add a charm to it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But the money doesn't go anywhere either. The gold's still there. Just because he has that gold in his safe and I have it around my neck,
it's still there.
It makes no difference.
So what would you say then is, because this is Andrew's wheelhouse. Andrew buys tonnage. I'm not going to say dollar amount on a daily basis.
Gold. I'm sure they see the videos.
We did a $200,000 gold bar monster. Melt. That you are. I mean, he's got buckets and buckets of it.
Scrap gold buyer. It's what I started off doing. There's the coins and the bars and stuff like that. That came later on in the business. Refining and melting and stuff's my... Look at Stormy. Stormy's starting to get a feel for that thing.
I'm just looking at it. I'm holding it up. I'm not thinking about wearing it. I'm holding it up for the camera. Thoughts. No, I'm definitely not. But so then...
So payment, what's the best? A lot of people ask how to buy it.
Yeah.
It's broken down differently because there's different purities.
Right.
14 carats only.
Is 14 the most common?
Around 18? Here it is. Around here it is. It depends on what culture. There's some cultures that don't wear anything less than 18. You know what I mean? There's some that only wear 22. But majority is 14 karat. A lot of people in inner cities and stuff like that. A lot of 10 karat gold jewelry.
Would you advise people don't go below a certain carat?
A lot of people look down upon 10 karat.
I do too.
Yeah, but you know what? It's the strongest. It depends on what it is.
Because it's made out of lead with a trace of
not
gold.
Lead, but it has other base metals in it that, there's just
rock.
as much. There's probably just as much copper.
Steel.
There's probably just as much copper, zinc, and that stuff, in the 10 karat. But it's also the hardest. But it looks the dullest.
Right.
It's like a kind of crappy.
The
14 karat's the most common, but...
On your neck, what do you got, 18 or 14?
These are all 14 karat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 14 karat too. Everyone looks at the gold price and sees it, $2,000 an ounce, and they think 14 karat's $2,000 an ounce. It's only 58%. That's almost half.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I can't do the math on all that stuff, but when you're talking 14 karat, because it goes up to what, 24 karat?
24 karat.
And that's like 99999.
So 14 karat's 585.
Right.
So it's 58.5%.
Okay.
So,
so if you have a 1 ounce, let's say 14 karat gold chain, you're looking at around $1,200.
Yeah.
In gold. Look at me doing the math.
And melt.
In melt value.
And then you buy and sell jewelry by the gram or by the pennyweight.
Like, would you wear stuff like this?
Yeah, you know what? I wear it all the time, man.
To me, it's like playing dress up.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're playing dress up.
This
has got a kink in it.
Take it out.
How can you unkink that? That's gonna do wonders with my OCD. You fixed it.
Ta-da.
See?
Come on, man.
Well, I told Andrew before, we were trying to set up every month.
One of these, check this out. All these new pieces are coming out with this double clasp on it. Look at this thing. Pretty wild.
This is an Andrew piece.
Semi-hollow.
That feels hollow.
Yeah.
I can't do stuff like this.
That's a little much, but
back to the
price. So,
you wear a watch that's iced out.
Yeah.
So back to the
back to the
silver and gold scrap.
Yeah, back to the pricing and what to pay for it. I sell it on my website for a couple dollars over melt.
What's your website?
Bayshore Bullion Exchange.com. Tons of jewelry on there. I've been adding a lot of jewelry to it since people have been reaching out and asking. But I sell it at $3 a gram over melt. It's probably too cheap. You know what I mean?
You're selling it too cheap?
I could be getting $5 a gram over melt.
Do you feel like it's
for new stuff like this? But I'm just trying to get traction on the site. Trying to get make customers, get people happy.
Are you putting pictures of each individual piece on there?
I have a sales guy here putting everything up.
Okay.
All of these are on there. And it's the same thing. You pay to use easy numbers, right?
Yeah.
You hate using numbers here.
I do.
But let's say something weighs 10 grams.
Yeah.
I'm charging $3 a gram over. You're paying $30 over melt for it. You know what I mean? So you pay $150 for something, it has $120 in melt in it.
Yeah.
So you pay a little bit of a premium. I don't know,
but what's the difference of paying a little bit of a premium on a gold coin?
You're not buying anything at spot right now, so you're paying a premium on anything.
Do you think when it comes to stacking, because here's the thing too, when it comes to stacking precious metals, just like any other investment, even though a lot of people don't look at stacking as an investment, they look at it as just like a form of savings. I feel like you could make the argument for both.
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't think anybody is ever looking at buying gold and silver saying, I'm just parking my money there without hoping that it's going to go up one day. That's the definition of an investment. You're buying low, you're selling. That's an investment. The stacking, there's so many different things in which you can put your money in. Silver, gold, coins, bars, and jewelry. Do you think people should have a certain allocation of their overall stack in jewelry? Or do you think it doesn't really matter?
I don't know. It's a preference thing. I mean, if you're going to spend, so let's say this was yours right here, right? What's the difference?
Some of it will be by the end of today.
What's the difference if you have, a little bit of this and chain and stuff? I don't know. You can wear it. It's always sellable. You can always get rid of it, just like the coins. It's literally no difference. It's just a different form of the material.
Yes. I just,
I think everybody should have it? No. But if you're a guy that's really into gold and you like gold chains and you like a ring that you see, yeah, buy it, dude.
Are you going to get that one ring I showed you, that pirate ring or whatever?
You know what? These are hard. These are hard to replace, these ones.
No, but that's not to replace them. You just put it on the other one.
Hand did I put them on?
Put it on the middle finger on this one. Double
put
punched.
Anything on his hand, I don't know.
Put that one that I had, like the red ruby insert eyes or whatever it was. Yeah. That I said that's an Andrew piece.
I had a wild piece not that long ago. I was gonna keep too. What a wild piece, and I didn't film it at all. I regret not making a video.
What was it? The lion head, or
it was like this big. It was this huge gold ring, and it had a little monkey skull in it.
And you were going to keep it?
It was the wildest looking piece I ever seen.
Monkey skull, like an actual,
monkey skull, but it was like, I don't know. It stuck out like this much of the top of the ring. It was like a crazy looking piece. Oh, there's some weird looking stuff. I had a gold ring not that long ago. It was a devil. It was like this big. Somebody must have paid thousands of dollars for it, and it had these huge horns hanging out of the head.
And it's a ring, and somebody's going to wear that.
Thousands for it. They wore it. They sold it to me.
I don't get it. I don't understand that. So, like, to me, that's costume.
A lot of people express themselves through jewelry and stuff like that. I see the custom market's huge. People are always doing random stuff. I don't know if you've seen this guy Trax. Now they make,
of course, I've seen Trax.
They make these like figurines now.
Right.
These charms. They're like they're really cool looking stuff, but they're solid gold.
Right.
They must enamel the top of it or something.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the monkey skull thing. Like, it was an actual physical skull.
Skull, man.
Was it like gilded in gold, like covered in gold, or something?
Nah, it was like held, so the skull.
It was like inserted into it.
Yeah. No, it was made like people have custom pieces. They must have bought this skull somewhere. Baby monkey skull or whatever.
And put it in
had to put in a ring. I don't know. What's the difference? I had a guy one time sell me a Last Supper this big. You know what I mean? People fucking wear weird shit.
That's so weird. I don't understand. I can, like you were saying, like if I were to buy anything,
like even that,
like that size maybe, but I just can't see myself wearing gold jewelry. I in the early 2000s, in college or whatever, maybe I had a silver chain, and that was it. I
never wore silver.
That was
I
it.
Never got into silver.
But I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid. And I liked how silver looked. I liked how silver looked more so than gold.
Yeah. Even with the gold, though, lately, it's dangerous. I haven't been wearing, like, my chains out and stuff like that,
Well, I know you went to the city recently, And I said to you, sure as hell
Everyone's like,
better
don't
not.
wear your Rolex.
I was like, I felt like your mother. I'm like, yeah, don't
everybody,
be wearing.
everybody I mentioned I was going out that night. They said, listen, don't wear anything out there.
No. No, it's not advised. I see a lot of people too doing coin rings, like having gold eagles inserted into a ring, just like what you have.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Same thing.
They just
admiration for coins. You know what I mean? There's women. I you know what I see a lot of, like Roman coin jewelry for women. I always see like Vulgari. You ever see Vulgari put like all of that? They always use like Roman Empire coins in a lot of their jewelry. It must have been really popular at one time, because I see coin pendants. I have a couple on my website right now, Bayshore Bullion Exchange.com.
There you go. Plug it. Plug it, baby.
I do. I have coin pendants. I just got. You would like these. Now you want to talk about something classy? There's a 18 karat gold cufflinks, and they have $1 US gold coins in a thing. That's classy, man. That's cool. You'd wear that out on a night.
I would.
You had a coin show event to go to, or you know what I mean? Like that's a cool.
That's
item
different.
To have,
that's different though, because cufflinks I haven't worn in a long time.
How about if you had them with your logo on it? You know what I mean? Like, you'd wear that out.
I probably.
Why
would.
do you think I wear this? So people ask me all the time. They're like, "What the? Would you win a Super Bowl?"
I just think. This
is my.
But that's the
logo.
thing. If I start walking around again, I'm a teacher. I can't see myself wearing this big gaudy
That's
ring.
like a mental thing, bro. What do you think? Teachers can't wear jewelry?
It's just.
What do you have? This.
It's different. If I were to wear that, people would look at me weirdly.
Who? What are you talking about, bro?
I'm not saying that you're. Yeah, if I wore like a big knuckle ring like that.
Nobody cares, dude. They probably like you more, Story.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know how anybody can like me anymore. They already like me enough as it is.
I believe it.
I just can't get behind it. But if to answer Shay's question, price to pay.
Yeah,
What's an ideal price to pay?
A gram over melt.
If they pay anything above that, are they getting ripped off? What's like a good gauge?
I'm like I said, I'm selling it too cheap. $3 a gram, you're not going to get anywhere. Forget about, these people are like, you don't even know how lucky you'd be to stumble on my website and buy it for $3 a gram over melt.
It's cheap.
Lot of wholesalers are buying it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Retail, they're probably going to pay $10 over melt a gram, But, it's different. If you have a local coin shop that buys gold.
How about buying it back, though? Like a lot of these people, if they were to take their gold jewelry and take it somewhere.
That's the thing. I'm different. I pay much higher rates. I pay 99% on a lot of this
Andrew
stuff.
works very close to the.
You paid $30 over melt. You'd probably lose $10, $15 if you sold it back to me.
Right.
Minus your $30 you spent on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if the market goes up, you sell it 2 years down the road and it's $2,300, $2,400, you're going to make money on it. You know what I mean? Gold will go up $6, $7 a gram.
How do you get all this stuff tested?
Oh man, I sit and melt and just a lot of it right here. But a lot of this stuff.
You end up just melting it.
So like a lot of people, I let people pick out of my scrap gold, and they're always like, "How do I know this is real?" And I said, "Listen."
And then you punch them in the head because that pisses you off.
You don't even buy this.
Yeah,
it's raw material for a gold bar I'm about to melt.
Right.
I don't care if you buy it or not. You know what I mean? And
then you always do a drill.
Get questioned and being like, how do I know this chain's real? It's one chain in like a huge $100,000 lot.
You couldn't care less.
At the $30 I'm going to make on it, keep your insults to yourself and, keep your money.
I don't know if they're...
I made a comment to you last time, and I've used this. It was like we were going back and forth over the deal. It was like $20, $30. Remember those products that we were discussing? Yeah. We were going back and forth about what premium we should pay.
Vaguely.
It was like $20, $30. Yes. I was like, a story. I'll pay you $50 to leave me alone about it. You know what I mean? And like it's never about the money, dude. You know what I mean? It's to be inconvenienced and like insulted.
You never gave me $50.
I would have if you left me alone about it. It must have worked.
Are we talking about the John Wayne coins?
The John Wayne coins. Somebody bought it this week.
Did they?
Yep.
Off the website?
Yep.
Good for you.
Female. Women, a lot of women customers, man.
They like John Wayne?
This one did. She bought the John Wayne coin, a gun, 10-ounce silver bar, something else. But a couple female customers this week.
A lot of
Do you have female customers?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I have some in my private deal group and everything.
Oh, nice.
If you're interested in getting into the deal group, by the way, guys, it's a private Discord. Got to be a member of the channel, and I'm posting deals in there every single day. Definitely worth it. You pay $5 a month via YouTube. You could participate in the auctions on Tuesday nights. That gives you access also to the private deals group. So I highly recommend it. I do have female customers. They buy everything and anything. It just, I have a couple female customers that buy a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Oh, well.
Because they're into it and their family is into it.
Yeah, sure.
Your website differs from mine. Is you do a lot more volume with the bullion. You do a lot of the jewelry. I have a lot more of like the collectible semi-numismatic stuff. But there's definitely good deals on both websites. Andrew's is Bayshore Bullion Exchange.com. Mine is EmpirePreciousMetals.com. I still don't think you've sold me on buying gold jewelry.
Not yet.
You do have I'm thinking, okay, maybe a logo ring. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I can't see it. I wear my wedding band. I wear my watch, and that's about it. But, a lot of people in the stacking community, they do wear chains.
Yeah, no, like I said, if you're into gold,
you could get it.
What's the difference?
Hopefully this answered your question, by the way, Shay, and other people looking into precious metals, into stacking jewelry and what have you. Anything else that they should know about jewelry or anything that they should be careful about?
I think he mentioned fine jewelry, too. When I talk about buying this stuff, I strictly talk about, like, chain and all gold. Once you get into, like, the gemstones and diamonds and stuff like that, that's a whole nother thing, which I don't knock either. You know what I mean? If you, like I said, depends on your budget. If I had a lot of money, I'd have a little bit of everything. I'd have diamonds. I'd have watches. I'd have gold jewelry. I'd have coins.
It's like putting,
you know what I mean?
It's like putting your bank account in different forms,
right?
And wearing it in just different forms because the value is there,
right? So
and that's what I try explaining to some people.
I have some people that reach out to me that buy metals that only put their money in art.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and only like there's no.
But don't you think? Don't you think? Excuse me, guys. But if they only are putting it in art, right? Art is also subjective. So don't you think that it should be in a little of everything?
It's just another form of things that people invest in.
It's like, the alternative asset class. I just think that you should have it spread among different forms. Like me, I have a little bit of crypto. I have some in stocks. I've got my comics, the slabbed and graded comics. I've got my bullion, cash. Like I spread it.
So I think we discussed this one time too. I had all my eggs in one basket. Like my IRA was all in SLV and GLD. I had inventory. You know what I mean? I was keeping a lot of stuff on hand, and like the days the market dropped, I'd lose across the board on everything.
Yeah, right.
My IRA would be down. My stocks would be down.
Because you're just all metals.
And like after talking to a lot of people, they say, "Oh, you got to diversify."
Well, they say you're only supposed to be in 10%.
So now my investments in the market have nothing to do with metals.
Right.
Zero.
Same.
You know what I mean? I actually just bought the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF when it came out last week. That was the last thing I added, but. Cryptos, it's just stuff that has nothing to do with metal.
Yeah.
I haven't really dabbled in art or anything like that, but I
can see you doing that.
You know what?
Hey, Stormy, look at this. I come this
across
Andy Warhol
weird shit all the time. You know what I mean? Dog, Andy Warhol, I've been offered all kind of shit.
See?
Yeah.
Told you. You're going to call me. You're going to say one day. Check
like you said,
dogs playing poker.
It's rare, but I'm in this business that these people do buy assets like that. We always see like the coins and the jewelry that come in, but I'm offered watches all the time. Art like crazy.
How do you buy and sell it, or what?
I do diamonds. I've done a lot of big diamond deals lately.
Why don't we talk about this on another episode, like the different things?
But it's just they all go hand in hand together, and like, you got money to buy, and a connection to get rid of it, or another dealer that wants it,
and you can
make it happen. Why say no to it?
Right. It's a little bit of money.
I make deals all the time where like I make $500 on this one, $1,000 on this one, and it's just like buying this from this guy and texting the pictures to this guy. He wants it.
Just boom, you're a middleman.
Yeah.
I just did that the other day.
Yeah, I take it. Whatever makes sense.
Yeah. We're going to talk about alternative assets in the next episode. Well, guys, look, if you're looking for some jewelry on the cheap, definitely, absolutely. I have no problem plugging this aspect of Andrew's business. We don't compete in it whatsoever.
You ain't buying scrap gold anywhere for that price.
No, definitely check out Andrew's site for that stuff. And guys, every Sunday, 2 p.m., you can count on these videos dropping of the exchange. And definitely make sure you like and subscribe. And we will see you guys on the next one.
Have a good weekend, guys.